The telegram came on a Monday rain with ink that burned her hands. It said he died a hero's death fighting for foreign lands. She stared into the emptiness, the walls began to spin. Two children sleeping down the hall, she had to breathe for them. The farm still needed tending, the bills still came to call. The nights were colder than before, the world had grown so small. She wore his coat to feel his ghost, the scent of him still near, and whispered to the midnight wind, I'll fight for us right here. She learned to wield a hammer, she learned to plow the field. She learned that tears can fall like rain and still refuse to yield. The neighbors whispered, poor young girl, but she just bowed her head. They never saw the strength it takes to rise from what's been dead. She fixed the fence, she baked the bread, she held the world in line. She buried grief beneath her work and called it doing fine. Her hands grew rough, her eyes grew deep, her laughter slow and warm. But even broken women bloom when courage keeps them warm. And when the stars look down on her, they see a soldier too. For war don't end with rifles, it begins in what we do. She's fighting her own war tonight, no medals, no parade inside, just two small hearts that call her name. Her husband gone, her soul aflame. Through every loss, through every scar, she stands her ground, the widow's war. The seasons pass like battlefields, her hair turned streaks of gray. Her children grew and left the house, but never walked away. They carried her in everything, the lessons and the pain. They built their lives from what she taught, that love outlasts the rain. And when they speak of heroes now, they never name the men. They say it's her who kept them fed and kept their hope from end. Her story's written not in blood, but in the strength she bore. The mother who still fights alone forever in her war. And though the world forgot his name, she never lost her own. She built a kingdom out of grief and ruled it all alone. She's fighting her own war tonight, no medals, no parade inside, just two small hearts that call her name. Her husband gone, her soul aflame. Through every loss, through every scar, she stands her ground, the widow's war. The church bells ring on Sunday dawn, her tears now shine like glass. She whispers to the morning sun, we made it through at last. And somewhere in the heavens light, a soldier hears her cry and knows the love he left behind will never truly die. She fought a war without a gun, raised two souls beneath one sun. No monument, no grand applause, just strength that silence draws. And when her heart can fight no more, they'll write her name beside his door. Two hearts, one faith forevermore. I packed my bags at sunrise with a half-torn photograph. Left a note upon the table, didn't need to say the past. The walls were heavy with regret, the air was thick with pain. So I turned the key, let go, and drove straight into the rain. The highway whispered freedom as the city disappeared, and every mile erased a tear I'd carried through the years. The radio played an old sad tune that somehow felt like me, a broken man just chasing wind, trying to feel free. The asphalt hums beneath my wheels, my only steady friend. It doesn't ask me where I'm from or where this road will end. I found a kind of comfort in the blur of passing lights, a sanctuary made of dust and dark and quiet nights. No promises, no questions, just a breath of open air. The stars above, the world behind, no burden left to bear. I trade the noise of memory for the silence of the plain, and tell the road my secrets, knowing she won't say my name. Out here I find forgiveness in the hum of tire and steel. The road don't heal the broken, but it helps you start to heal. The road knows my name, it don't judge where I came. I'm leaving ghosts in the rearview light, running toward another night. Freedom don't erase the pain, but the road still knows my name. The engine song becomes my prayer, the wind my only choir. The moonlight paints the desert gold like ashes of desire. I've seen too much to stay the same, I've lost too much to care, but somewhere past the horizon line I'll find redemption there. Each mile's a piece of letting go, a scar turned into grace. Each dawn's another lesson learned about the human race. And though I don't know where I'm bound, I know I can't remain. The road remembers who I was before I knew the pain. There's peace in being nowhere when nowhere feels like home. The road's a friend that walks beside when you must walk alone. The road knows my name, it don't judge where I came. I'm leaving ghosts in the rearview light, running toward another night. Freedom don't erase the pain, but the road still knows my name. Maybe one day I'll return, when my heart can face the past, when the dust that covers all my tracks becomes my peace at last. But for now I'll keep on driving till my soul outruns the shame. 'Cause out here in the silence, the road still says my name. The road knows my name. Through every storm, through every flame, it taught me how to breathe again, to lose, to heal, sun ain't even rising yet, but I'm already gone. The weight of life upon my back, but I still carry on. My hands are torn and callous, but they never let me down. 'Cause love don't build in comfort, it's built from solid ground. There's a fire that never fades inside a father's chest, a promise made to hold the line, to give his very best. I ain't rich in silver, I ain't crowned in gold or fame, but my kids will never wonder if their daddy knew their name. I worked through storms and broken nights when hope was running thin, but every time I saw their eyes, I found my strength again. I've bled for what I couldn't buy, I've lost more than I've gained, but what I built with my own hands is worth the years of pain. The world don't owe me mercy, it never gave me rest, but I've learned the richest man's the one who gives his best. I may come home with weary bones and dust upon my skin, but the arms that wrap around me wash the darkness from within. I don't fight for glory, I don't fight for pride, I fight for love that stands the test of every tide. For them I stand when I'm too tired to move my hand. For them I fight, I work, I pray through sleepless nights and endless days. For them I fall, for them I rise, my strength is theirs, my heart, my life. Whatever comes, I'll take the pain. For them I stand again. The world is hard, but so am I, forged in faith and rain. And though I walk through battles lost, I'll never bow to shame. 'Cause I was raised by men who knew that honor ain't just words, it's waking up each morning strong and giving what they've earned. One day when I am gone from here, they'll tell their kids the same, that love's not said in promises, it's proven in the pain. And maybe they'll remember me when life gets out of hand, and they'll whisper to their children, he was a man who stood and planned. And if I fall beneath the weight, before my story's done, they'll know their father never ran, he faced it one by one. For them I stand when I'm too tired to move my hand. For them I fight, I work, I pray through sleepless nights and endless days. For them I fall, for them I rise, my strength is theirs, my heart, my life. Whatever comes, I'll take the pain. For them I stand again. best I can. For them I stand, I live, I bleed. They are the reason, they're all I need. through every loss, through every chain. I'll carry love through every flame. And when I'm gone, they'll understand I gave it all. For them I stand. He's known her since the early days when life was young and kind. Two friends who shared the little things most hearts can't seem to find. She laughed at every joke he told, he never saw her pain. Each smile she gave was armor, hiding love she never named. He spoke of someone else he loved, she listened soft and still, while every word he said of her cut deeper than he'd feel. He'd call her name with trust so pure, never saw the tears she'd fight. A woman in the shadows praying love would turn to light. She'd stay beside him through his storms, through heartbreak and through doubt. She'd help him piece his world again while hers kept breaking down. He'd tell her all his secrets, she'd guard them with her soul, but never spoke the only truth that burned beyond control. He married young, she watched him graze, her heart a silent cry. She smiled through every photograph that tore her up inside, and though she wished for one small sign, she knew what love must do. Sometimes the greatest kind of love is letting someone choose. She never said I love you, though it echoed in her chest. Some prayers are meant for heaven, not for lips to confess. She was a woman who never said the tears she cried, the words she bled. He loved another, she stayed true, a shadow led by something blue. She kept her vows, she never strayed. She was a woman who never said. Now years have passed, he's grown with time, she still walks all alone. Her love became a melody in every seed she sown. She never broke her promise, she never crossed that line, but every sunset seems to speak the name she made divine. He never knew how deep it went, how much she gave in kind, how silence was a burden and devotion her design. They say that some hearts love just once, and hers forever stayed bound to the man she never had, the one she never betrayed. And though he lives a happy life, she keeps no hate or pain. She blesses him in secret with tears that fall like rain. She was a woman who never said the tears she cried, the words she bled. He loved another, she stayed true, a shadow led by something blue. She kept her vows, she never strayed. She was a woman who never said. Maybe in another another life their souls will cross again, where timing won't betray them and love won't have an end. But here she walks in silence, with grace in every thread, a living proof that love can live even when it's left unsaid. She was a woman who never said her heart still beats for what has fled. She carried light where shadows spread. The truest love is one unsaid, and every prayer a soul has prayed still sings her name. The woman who never said. Wakes before the daylight, when the stars still rule the sky. Coffee black, his boots worn down, but fire still in his eyes. The world don't pay much mind to men who labor with their hands, but he was raised to understand the earth remembers honest men. No suits, no crowns, no gold to show, just callous proof of pride. Each scar a mark of what he's built, or what he's kept alive. He don't talk much of dreams or wealth, just truth that working by. A man's worth ain't in what he owns, it's in how hard he tries. He learned from his old father how to stand and never cheat, that every deal each handshake made should start and incomplete. He don't chase after easy roads or beg for what he earns. He trusts the sweat that builds a home and every scar that burns. The young men call him old school, say his ways out of time, but honor never goes extinct, it outlives any sign. He bows his head each evening, not for praise or golden hand, just thankful he's still strong enough to face another stand. He ain't a saint, but what he is proof that truth still lives in this. He's a measure of a man, built from grit, from heart, from land. He don't talk loud, he walks it true, a steady soul the world once knew. In every loss, in every plan, you'll find the measure of a man. He's known the sting of failure, the weight of being broke, but never once has cursed his lot or let his promise choke. He's buried friends, he's lost his youth, he's bled through wind and rain, but faith to him ain't made of words, it's built through honest pain. He's the kind of man you count on when everything goes wrong, the quiet one who lifts you up and helps you to stay strong. And when his story's finally told beneath that southern span, they'll say he left this world the same way that he ran. You can't buy what he carries, it's the rarest kind of brand, a soul that keeps its word and dirt within his hand. He's a measure of a man, man, not carved in gold but in the sand. He gave his sweat, his word, his soul to keep his family whole. And when his work is finally done, he'll rest beneath the setting sun. No greater story ever ran than the measure of a man. He's the measure of a man, built from grit, from heart, from land. He don't talk loud, he walks it true, a steady soul the world once knew. In every loss, in every plan, you'll find the measure of a man. The porch still creaks the way it did when you would stand out there, barefoot on the wooden boards, the wind inside your hair. The old clock on the mantle still beats the same slow song, but time don't keep for love like ours, it only moves along. Your shadow lingers in the dust, your laughter haunts the air. The photographs are fading, but my heart still keeps you there. The world keeps turning cruel and fast while I'm still standing still, trying to hold a moment that time refused to fill. How I feel, each ripple just a memory that time refused to heal. I walk the road we used to take, the one that leads nowhere, and whisper to the passing breeze like somehow you'll be there. The seasons change their colors, but I never learned to do. For every dawn without your face feels gray instead of blue. If love's a seed, then I still grows beneath this weathered sky. It's just the bloom that time forgot, the one that won't say goodbye. They say that time can mend a heart that grief will fade away, but love like ours don't disappear, it just learns how to stay. The days that I wouldn't stay still haunt my nights this way. I close my eyes, you come again, like whispers carried on the wind. The past still calls, I can't obey. I live inside the days that wouldn't stay. Still hangs behind the door untouched since you've been gone. I can't let go, I can't move on, I've lived like this too long. The coffee cup still bears your print, the chair still feels your frame, and though the fire's long burned out, I still call out your name. I see your smiling candle light, your touch in every song. You left your echo in my soul, and there it still belongs. And if I had one wish tonight, I'd trade the years away just to hold you They tell me time's a healer, but it cuts me just the same. For every year that takes you, Father, keeps me whispering your name. The days that wouldn't stay still haunt my nights this way. I close my eyes, you come again, like whispers carried on the wind. The past still calls, I can't obey. I live inside the days that wouldn't stay. And when my time is finally through, when night outgrows the day, I'll walk the road that leads to you, where pain can't find its way. For somewhere past the years we lost, beyond where memories fade, you'll be the dawn that waits for me, an endless light and shade. The days that wouldn't stay still guide me where you lay. Through every tear, through every prayer, I feel your spirit in the air. And when my soul drifts far away, I'll rest beside the days that wouldn't stay. The ground's been cracked for 40 days, the wheels run out of song. The cattle cry for mercy now, their shadows thin and long. The riverbed's a memory of what it used to be. Dust now wears a crown of grief where water ran so free. Mama kneels beside the field, her prayers dry as the land, while Papa stares at endless skies that never meet his hand. Each sunrise brings another fight, another silent vow to keep on living, keep on trying, though we don't know how. The wind that once would cool our backs now burns against our skin, and every seed we lay in hope won't ever bloom again. The church bells ring on Sundays still, though fewer come to pray, for faith feels heavy when the clouds keep drifting far away. The children ask, will rain come soon? We smile and say it will, but deep inside we've learned to hide the fear that it won't fill. The desert eats our voices now, the sun forgets to rest, but still we plow, still we sow, still we give our best. The sky's been deaf for too damn long, but guitar still hangs inside, it hums when storms draw near. A promise from the days gone by that rain will find us here. I dream sometimes of rivers wide and fields that sing again, of children dancing barefoot through the puddles in the rain. But dreams don't feed the hungry now, and prayers don't pay the cost. Yet losing hope completely is the one thing we've not lost. For somewhere past this valley dry, beyond the grief and pain, I swear I heard the thunder sigh like mercy speaks our name. And when the sky remembers us, we'll lift our hands in grace. For every drought just teaches hearts the price of heaven's face. When the rain forgot our name, we kept the faith just the same. With broken hands and blistered pride, we learned to love what still survived. Though tears fell down like crimson flame, we prayed beneath the sky that never came. One day when that first drop falls upon this weary ground, the earth will sing like angels do, redemption in its sound. We'll lift our eyes and breathe again, the past will wash away, and know that faith was never lost, just waiting for that day. When the rain forgot our name, we kept the light through every flame. Our roots still deep, our hearts still true. We held the line, we made it through. And when the storm returns again, we'll whisper thanks. For the rain remembered our name. It started with a silence that I couldn't quite explain, a distance in her laughter, a shadow in her name. She'd smile the way she used to, but the warmth had turned to glass. And every time I reached for her, the moment wouldn't last. The house still looked the same, but love had lost its sound. Her touch was soft but cold as stone. Her eyes looked toward the ground. You can't hold on to something that's already walked away. So I packed my truth and left her heart the words I couldn't say. There's a kind of pain that doesn't scream, just forgets to breathe. The kind that builds from small goodbyes till nothing's left to grieve. I watched her fade like photographs left out beneath the sun, and realized the hardest part was knowing love was done. I tried to fix what wasn't broke, to mend what wouldn't stay, but her eyes told me stories words could never say. You can't rebuild a memory when half the heart won't fight. So I turned the key one final time and vanished with the night. They say the heart don't lie, and hers it told me true. When someone stops believing, there's nothing left to do. The day her eyes let go of me, I lost the man I used to be. No tears, no sound, no grand goodbye, just silence where the truth would lie. Love slipped away so quietly. The day her eyes let go of me. Now I walk through quiet rooms that echo what was ours. The ghost of love still lingers there like perfume after hours. I see her face in stranger smiles, I hear her in the rain, but love that dies a gentle death still leaves the deepest pain. I know she's found her peace somewhere, I pray she's warm tonight, while I keep chasing fragments in the corners of my life. I don't regret the years we had, or how it came to be. Some things were meant to end, so others could be free. And though her shadow still remains where love once used to grow, sometimes letting go's the only proof of love you'll ever show. The day her eyes let go of me, I lost the man I used to be. No tears, no sound, no grand goodbye, just silence where the truth would lie. Love slipped away so quietly. The day her eyes let go of me. If love could speak beyond the end, I'd thank her for the years, for teaching me that even pain can make the heart sincere. I'll carry her within my soul, not bitter, just set free. She taught me love can fade with grace and still leave dignity. The day her eyes let go of me, the sky grew gray, but I could see that every loss still plants a seed. To love again is what hearts need, and though she's gone, her light will be a part of all that's left of me. Grew up here and you can't win beneath the leaky roof of doubt. 1,000 voices told him stop before he'd even started out. A fire burns in quiet souls that no one else can see. And dreams don't die in darkness when they're born for destiny. He walked through storms and sleepless nights, through hunger and through pain. But every scar became his map, each loss became his gain. The world said, boy, you'll never climb, but still he faced the sky. 'Cause faith don't fear the mountain high, it asks the heart to try. He failed 100 times before he ever reached the gate. But patience is the brother born of struggle, born away. He learned to build from broken parts, to find in ash the spark, to walk with faith through longest nights until they meet the dawn from dark. For those who wait for perfect times will die before they start. But those who leap with trembling feet are led by braver hearts. And when they told him dreams are lies, he smiled through all their scorn. 'Cause miracles are made by men who walk through thunder warm. You can't cage a spirit built to rise. The truth of faith is in the tries. No limits, only faith. When the world says no, you chase. Every fall a step in grace, every wound a higher place. The sky ain't there to block your way, it's there to show how far you'll stay. Now years have passed, his hands are old, but fire still in his chest. He tells his kids, you'll find your path, just give your honest best. Don't beg for luck, don't wait for signs, don't fear to face the climb. The view is worth the bleeding hands that carried you through time. And when they doubt the road you choose, when shadows start to grow, remember faith's not just belief, it's strength you plant and sow. The stars don't shine for comfort's sake, they burn to guide the brave. To those who dream and keep their faith when others lost their way. He learned that hope ain't born from ease, it's grown in dirt beneath the knees. No limits, only faith. When the world says no, you chase. Every fall a step in grace, every wound a higher place. The sky ain't there to block your way, it's there to show how far you'll stay. Within. No limits, only faith. Every sky becomes your grace. No storm can steal what hope is made. No fear can break what truth engraved. You were born to stand, to run, to stay. No limits now, only faith. born where fields meet dust, beneath a withered sky, where men are taught that honor's weight is worth the will to try. He learned that freedom isn't words, it's sweat and bone and scars. His mother's praying through the night while sons march under stars. He carried dreams within his chest that no man could define, a heart that beats for those who sleep beneath the flag's old line. He's seen his brothers fall in mud, but never lose their flame, 'cause freedom ain't just something said, it's something you reclaim. He's worked the land, he's fought the storms, he's bled for what is right, he stood for those without a voice. He's marched through endless night, his hands have known both gun and plow, both mercy and the pain. He fights not for the glorious crown, but for his children's name. The flag don't wave for power's sake, it waves for what was earned, for every soul who gave their life, for every lesson learned. And when the day grows dark and cold, he lifts his eyes again, for liberty was bought by blood, not by the dreams of men. He fights with faith, not hate or pride, for those who fail, for those denied. Blood, soil, and freedom's call, he'll rise again if he must fall. For every voice that silence tried, he stands his ground, he won't divide. No crown, no gold, no war in vain, just blood and soul and freedom's name. He's seen the cost that courage takes, the price of what is just, the graves of friends beneath the flag, the ashes turn to dust, yet still he wakes at break of dawn and lifts his withered hand to promise once again he'll fight for this forgiven land. He knows his strength is not in hate, but in the heart that mends. That peace is born from sacrifice and faith that never bends. And when his name is carved in stone, may it forever stand. For every dream he died to keep was built upon this land. He don't seek war, he seeks the right to keep his people's flame alive. Blood, soil, and freedom's call, he'll rise again if he must fall. For every voice that silence tried, he stands his ground, he won't divide. No crown, no gold, no war in vain, just blood and soul and freedom's name. Trumpet sounds again across the evening sky, he'll whisper to the souls, before we lived, we fought, we tried. For freedom ain't a gift you keep, it's something you defend. With every life, with every prayer until the very end. Blood, soil, and freedom's call, he gave his heart, he gave it all. Through every storm, through every flame, he caught his truth, he kept the same. And though the years may change the frame, he lives through blood, through soil, through freedom's name. Can you see what you've done? The fire you left now burns like the sun. I gave you my youth, my time, my name, and you walked away without any shame. You said forever, but you meant goodbye. You taught me love could bleed and lie. Now I'm the man you didn't stay to see, the stronger soul you built from leaving me. I've walked through nights that tore my skin, fought the storms that came within. I've learned to stand without your hand, to be the kind of man who understands. You thought I'd crumble, break in two, but losing you just pulled me through. Now I wear my scars like steel and clay, proof I survived the games you'd play. You'll see me now and won't believe the man you lost, the man I freed. Look in my eyes and you'll see the flame, the man who rose from all your pain. You left me empty, now I'm whole. Your ghost can't harm what found its soul. No need for hate, no need to say you're the one who let me slip away. There was a time I'd beg you back, but mercy grows where heart turns black. Now peace lives where sorrow slipped, in the quiet where my faith was kept. I built my strength from what you broke, turned every tear to words I spoke. And now the mirror shows a face, not vengeance but a man of grace. I hope you find the love you crave, but not the one you couldn't save. Look in my eyes and you'll see the flame, the man who rose from all your pain. You left me empty, now I'm whole. Your ghost can't harm what found its soul. No need for hate, no need to say you're the one who let me slip away. One day you'll see me on some street, and time will pause where hearts still meet. You'll feel the weight of what you missed, the strength behind the love you dismissed. And maybe then you'll understand you lost more than just a man. Look in my eyes, you'll see the flame. I found my peace, I shared the blame. No longer bound to yesterday, I'm stronger for the scars you gave. And if you wonder where I stay, I'm where you lost me, and I chose my way. anger grow, where men forget the kindness just to feel they're in control. He's walked through crowds that spoke of love but carried empty hearts, and learned that peace don't come to those who tear their soul apart. He's buried friends who lost their way, consumed by pride and pain. He's watched good hearts turn cold as stone for power, gold, and gain. But in the silence of his nights, when conscience starts to speak, he knows the strongest man is one who still protects the weak. He's crossed that line where anger blinds the will, where bitterness can eat your soul and leave you standing still. But every time he fell from grace, a whisper called his name, reminding him that hate's a chain and goodness breaks the same. He's learned the hardest lesson life can never make you face, that doing right ain't always loud, but it leaves the truest trace. The world may praise the ruthless hand, but time will always show the seeds of light outlive the dark, and what you give will grow. You can't find peace in broken ways. The heart redeems through what it saves. Seek the good, let the rest decay. The wrong will fade, the truth will stay. The more you give, the more you find. The road gets clearer in the mind. The dark won't win, it just delays. So seek the good in all your days. He's older now, but still believes that mercy heals the scar, that kindness leaves a brighter mark than trophies ever are. He's seen men fight for every crown, then lose what made them real. But those who love, who live to give, those are the ones who heal. The world can burn, but he will stand, though wind and fire may rise. 'Cause goodness is a quiet storm that never truly dies. And when he takes his final breath, he'll smile without regret. 'Cause every soul he touched in life ain't one he'll soon forget. He's learned that faith is not in prayer, it's how you love, it's how you care. Seek the good, let the rest decay. The wrong will fade, the truth will stay. The more you give, the more you find. The road gets clearer in the mind. The dark won't win, it just delays. So seek the good in all your days. One day when shadows fade to gray and every voice is still, you'll see the trail your heart has made across the endless hills. And if your steps were marked by love, not anger or disdain, the world will bloom where you once stood, and goodness will remain. Seek the good, don't turn away. Let mercy guide what words can't say. Through storm and loss, through night and pain, let kindness be what still remains. The dark will break, the light will stay. Seek the good and find